because there could be some people watching that don't even know what publishing is, because a lot of times people confuse publishing royalties, which is kind of their the sales from that they receive from DistroKid, and it's not that. So let's talk about what publishing is. And I'm sure you've been to a number of events where you've had to describe it and people are still confused. What's the easiest way for you to kind of explain publishing to somebody that may not be familiar?
Yeah, I mean, I've had like hour-long panels where I can talk about it forever and just like
Yeah.
scratch the surface of it. But yeah, basically the easiest way to try to visualize it is that once you create a song, right, and once that song's released, there's two copyrights that are created in that moment, right? So, and it's not, you don't have to wait and go to the copyright office and go and file paperwork with them. It's the second it's a tangible work. So if you do a demo, if you write something down, that's a copywritten work that you have. So there's the master recording side, which is what your distributors like DistroKid and your labels are going to be collecting royalties on. And then there's also a corresponding composition asset that's created. So the composition is also known as the publishing, right? So that is broken down into two different royalty groups, the performance royalties and mechanical royalties. And a big issue that we usually see is that the term mechanical royalty lives on both sides of the master and the composition. So people will be like, oh, I'm getting my mechanicals from DistroKid. It's like, no, there's a whole other set of mechanicals that you're not getting that live on the composition. So those mechanicals are collected by mechanical agencies. So like Harry Fox Agency, Music Reports Agency, those are two just here in the US, but there's all these societies all throughout the world that are collecting this money whenever your song is performed or streamed or consumed in any manner. So you have to tap into all of these different societies to get your performance and mechanical royalties from the composition of your work. So to do that as an individual creator becomes a very exhausting effort, right? Because just most people will, they'll sign up with BMI or ASCAP here and be like, oh, I'm good with my publishing. It's like, all right, if you sign up as a writer with BMI, you're probably collecting a third, if that, of your publishing just here in the United States, right? You're not thinking about, all right, now with Spotify being this global entity, there's no way that your music's only being consumed here in the US. If someone's listening to your song in the UK, the UK society called PRS, which has a sister company called PPL, they're going to be, and there's also MCPS there as well, they're going to be all collecting the money from Spotify. So unless your songs are registered with those societies, they basically just don't know who to send the money to. So they're holding it in like a stockpile, and they'll hold that money for 2 to 3 years. And then they distribute it out to their top 10% earners as a bonus. So if you don't collect your money, it goes to Drake, it goes to Taylor Swift, it goes to the massive, already rich artists that don't need it. Because it's kind of an incentive structure for those individuals, those big name artists, to keep working with those societies. So it's a really disconnected industry. But yeah, in order to collect both the performance and mechanicals, you need all your work properly registered at, probably over 100 different societies throughout the world. And that's kind of like what Songtrust does, right? You put your song onto the platform, we go and register it at all these places for you. And once you put the data in once, you don't have to worry about that data being, messed up the next time it's entered in all these different places. It just makes it a lot easier to manage. Everything is globally registered, and you're going to collect all that money no matter where someone listens to your song.
For sure. So let's talk about the process of signing up with Songtrust, how much it costs, when do you upload your songs, and how smooth is the process? So, okay, I want to use Songtrust. I go to the website. What do I have to do?
Yeah, so since it's an online platform, you'll create an account. It's a $100 per songwriter fee to get the account up and running. After that, all you have to do is be affiliated with one home society, like a performing rights society. So in the US, BMI, ASCAP, CSAC. Overseas, they all have their.
So make sure they're signed up with a PRO before applying on the Songtrust site.
So that's a requirement, but if they aren't affiliated with BMI or ASCAP, we can actually affiliate them through our platform for free. So we waive any fees associated with the affiliation from BMI or ASCAP, and we will send the information to them because we have deals with them to help them, get more clients, right? So if they're not with a society yet, they can do it through our platform. And then once they have that, it's basically we need what's called an IPI number. It's the unique identifier for all songwriters in the publishing space. So once you have that, you'll be able to collect royalties, but without it, you can't. So yeah, they have that. Then you can begin uploading, adding your songs to the platform. I would suggest, releasing the song first through a distributor or through your label, because once they release that song, they're gonna assign the ISRC code, which is the unique identifier for the recording of the sound. That we need in order to collect the mechanical royalties. So yeah, so there's a lot of steps. You need to create the account. You need to affiliate with a society. And then I would recommend, releasing the song. And then we have a direct Spotify integration right on the platform. So you can search for your song once you added the basic information and the splits. And you can search right onto Spotify through the platform and then click whatever song's yours. We'll scrape Spotify for the metadata, grab the ISRC codes, package them to the song, and then basically what we're doing is we're bundling that data with your songwriter information, your IPI number, the song data, and then the ISRC code, putting that into what's called a CWR file. And that's a specially formatted file that's accepted by all these different societies. And then we send that out to everyone so that all these different societies can then ingest that data, and then they know who to pay for the money that's sitting there.
Nice. So I see some people in the comments saying that there's links where you can get a discount. We actually have an MEC discount. So if you haven't signed up with a publishing administrator, you can use, I believe it's just MEC. You could just
yeah, I created that for you.
There you go. So if you want a discount and you haven't signed up with Songtrust yet, go ahead and just use MEC. Okay.